Hello friends, happy spring. I hope you're doing well. In today's video, I'm taking you to several garden centers to share with you beautiful shrubs you need in your garden that will give you beautiful blooms and also foliage. In front of us, we have azalea for $14.98. This is at Walmart, and look how pretty the white is, friends. I love azalea in the garden. They come in pink, light pink, dark pink, and white. And here we're still shopping at Walmart. We have this beautiful azalea. This one is from Enco. It blooms in spring, summer, and fall. So this one is perfect, friends. You get 3 seasons right there for your money. And this will get 4.5 feet tall to 4 feet wide. It's hardy from zone 6A through 10. And this is $27.84. And with your azaleas, the pollinators love them. Oh my goodness, those I have in the garden, the bees love hanging around the azaleas. Still shopping at Walmart for $34.74. We have rhododendron. This will get 3 to 20 feet tall and 3 to 6 feet tall. With rhododendron, friends, they come in all different sizes, different colors. So if you don't want to pay $35, you can find them for low as $10. Yes, you can check out Lowe's. They have them for $10. And here we have a smaller one for $14.88. Still shopping at Walmart, and it says I love pot sun. So you don't have to pay $40 for shrub. Just check out your garden centers in your area and see what matches your pocket, right? So here I'm just comparing the 2 different sizes and the 2 different price points for you. Alright friends, welcome to Lowe's Garden Center. And I was telling you could find these at Lowe's for $9.98. In front of us we have Karen's azalea for $9.98. Once again, they love pot sun. This one only bloom in spring, so make sure you check the tag and see what seasons they bloom. This will get 2 to 3 feet tall and 3 to 5 feet wide, and it's non-hardy from zones 1 through 3. So as I said to you before, just check out Lowe's. I think they have the cheapest prices for these shrubs. And over here we have fashion azalea for $9.98. Blooms in spring, non-hardy from zones 1 through 5, and this will get 6 feet tall and wide. I'm just sharing with you different garden centers where I can share with you different price points and different choices depending on what you're looking for. Alrighty, let's go around the corner here, see what else we can find. And look at this pretty one. This is crimson red azalea for $9.98. This is so pretty. Look at that picture. This will get 3 to 4 feet tall and 3 feet wide. It's non-hardy from zones 1 through 4. Alrighty friends, welcome to another Lowe's. Yes, I'm sharing with you Bleeding Hearts, one of my favorite spring blooming plant. Loves the shade. I would put it in part sun but not full sun. And this is $16.99. It comes back every year. It's non-hardy from zones 1 to 2. It will get 24 to 36 inches tall and 15 to 24 inches wide. They come in pink, red, and white. And look at these dainty blooms. Do you see why they call it bleeding heart? Yes. And they're also great as cut flowers. So something to keep in mind if you want to make a unique floral arrangement. If you could cut some of those branches and put them in that floral arrangement. Look how pretty this is, friends. Just look at that. I just love bleeding heart. I have several in my garden. And then I'm going to take you home with me and I'm going to show you some of these plants I have in my garden so you can actually see what they look like in the garden, right? Alrighty, here we are. We're at Home Depot. Yes, this is Double Take Scarlet Quincy or Quince, however you pronounce it, from Proven Winners. This is a shrub I rarely ever see at the garden center. It says this large double flower of Double Take Scarlet appear in early spring and occasionally during summer. This thornless shrub is ideal for floral arrangements. Yes, friends. It blooms large flowers, long blooming. It prefers the sun, full sun. It is hardy from zones 5 through 9. It will get 4.5 feet tall and wide. And as I said, the interest is spring. And it says it prefers sun. I have mine in part sun and it does really well. And this is very unique to find at the garden centers. I found mine a few years ago. I think it was like the end of fall before winter, and I picked it up and I love it. This is $29.98. So if you see this baby at the garden center, pick it up, but just make sure you have the space for it because it grows very wide, right? But the blooms are amazing. The blooms remind me of a rose. Yes, like a rose, like peony when it gets bigger, and great in your floral arrangement as cut flowers. Don't sleep on this one. It's a unique shrub for your garden. And once again, we're shopping at Home Depot. Alright friends, come with me to my garden and let me share with you what they look like. Well, look at the beautiful color in front of us. So this is a forsythia. This is actually a hedge. It's at the side of the road over there by my neighbor end, and I have one right behind me too by another neighbor. So these are beautiful. This is how it looks in the spring season, and then it changes to green. It stays evergreen, and then in the winter it loses its leaves. So in today's video, I figured let me go around and share with you some beautiful shrubs you can find at the garden center, and also some I have in my garden. I'm gonna share with you. Beautiful to get the color in the spring season. Absolutely gorgeous. They're there for you. They have them in different height. I did a video at Lowe's where I share with you different ones. These in front of me, they're probably maybe 9 feet tall, I would say. They're so tall and they're so beautiful, and as you see, they make a great beautiful hedge, right? Absolutely gorgeous. Alrighty, so what I picked up to put in my garden for the spring season that will bloom in the spring is this Olga Mizit rhododendron. Hope I'm pronouncing it properly. It prefers part sun. And friends, look at this. So when I saw this at Lowe's Garden Center, I pulled my phone out and I did some research. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna love this in the garden. So that's why I picked it up. And friends, you can't beat the price. I've never seen this at this price, $9.98. They do have some for $30, but for whatever reason, you can find affordable spring blooming shrubs right now at Lowe's Garden Center. This is really a good deal, and let me show you how tall this will get. Just look at that. Do you see that? It's a very nice size, absolutely gorgeous. And I have it sitting in the nursery container it came in. So this is what it looks like. Here's a view. So it's probably, what is that, 24 inches I think, and it will get 3 feet tall and 2 feet wide. It's non-hardy from zones 1 to 3, meaning it will not survive the zones if you live in those zones. And as I said, it blooms in the springtime. Just look at that, and I'm telling you, the pollinators will love this. Absolutely gorgeous. And look how healthy it looks, and if you look close you could see it's shimmering. I'm seeing like it's shimmering. I don't know why. That's what I'm seeing looking at it. And there's a lot of buds on it already. Just look at that. Do you see all these tiny buds? Yep, those are the buds on it already, friends. So I'm gonna put this in the flamingo garden bed where it blooms all pink down there. Friends, here's a close-up. Look at that. My eyes are not tricking me. Do you see how iridescent that looks? Like that shimmering look right there in front of you. I've never seen this before. This is so pretty. But anyways, let's go and plant this, then I'll walk around the garden with you. See some other spring blooming shrubs. I strongly recommend you pick up and you plant them now. You're definitely gonna love them. Hi friends, welcome to my flamingo garden where all the flowers in here are shades of pink, or flamingo I should say. So here's a hole I'm gonna put it here. I had bulbs here and the squirrels dug them out, so I'm just gonna continue digging this hole and put the shrub right in there. And friends, I just add some slow release fertilizer. This is a smoke coat. It says for flower and veggie, so I just put some in there, and it shouldn't burn the plant, it said. Friends, look at the root ball in this. I don't know where they had this. The root ball looks really old, but the plant is looking very healthy. How's that? So I just broke it up so that way it could just attach itself to the ground. And don't be afraid to do that if you have a plant looking like this, or I should say a root ball looking like this. All right, so I'm just gonna add some of the dirt here, and it's gonna rain like in 30 minutes, so I'm excited about that, so I don't have to water this in. The rain will just do all of that for me. Alrighty friends, it's been a few weeks since we planted this, and look at the buds coming out here already. I just love that hot pink. I'm so excited about this plant. Only $9.98, and you could see the glow on the leaves, right? Look at the foliage, it's so pretty. So make sure you get one of these. As I said, only $10, and I hope you enjoy the shop with me. I did at different garden centers, so you can see you can actually pick them up right now and plant them in your garden. And over here is one of many spireas I have. You know how much I love my spireas. This is from Proven Winners, looking so good. And with the spirea, yes, it gave you dainty blooms. However, you would plant it for the foliage, right? Look at the colors in here. If you have foliage looking like this, guess what? You're not missing any blooms, right? Because it's so gorgeous. And let me take you over there and I'll show you more spirea. And I'll come back in maybe a few weeks when everything is bursting with colors and share my spring shrubs with you. But let's go over here and check out the other spireas. All right friends, welcome to this side, and here we are. Look at the spirea here. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. And right next to it, as I share with you at Lowe's, bleeding hearts. Yes, you can pick one up, put it in your garden, and you will love it. I guarantee it friends, you will love bleeding hearts in your garden. Look at this. This will even get bigger than this, but look at the dainty blooms on here. And a side note for you, if you did not know, they make great cut flowers. Yes, very unusual looking in a floral arrangement. I think I might probably do one this year and show that to you. Alrighty, and then let's go on over here and let me show you the Quincy plant. Oh, before I go over there, here's another bleeding heart. This is what a pink looks like in the garden, friends. Once again, absolutely gorgeous. You need bleeding hearts in your garden, you really do. And over here friends, I do have one of these that I share with you at Home Depot in the garden. Here it is, and they're very unusual to find in the garden center, so if you see one, pick it up. This is the Scarlet Double Take Quincy. I'll put the name of the screen for you, but it's not in full bloom yet, and these make great cut flowers. They look like roses, okay? They get bigger and they open up and they have that rose look. Absolutely gorgeous. If you see one friends, pick it up. Very unusual find. I told you guys before, I found this at Lowe's a few years ago. It was the only one, and I'm like, oh my goodness, the blooms are so pretty. And I picked it up, and from since then I don't think I've ever seen it at Lowe's again. Where we just came from was Home Depot, so I'm saying it's very unusual to find. It gets 5 feet wide and 5 feet tall, I think, so it spreads out. It's more of a spreader. The size is more in the width, as you can see, right? And I wasn't sure where to put it in the garden, so I found a spot in between with my corbels, my heucheras, and that's why I decided to put it. And I just love it here. It's just amazing. Make sure you pick up one of these friends. Alrighty friends, and over here we have azalea. They're not open as yet, but I share some of those with you at the garden center. These will give me bright pink blooms, and the pollinators love it. It looks like nothing really, but I'm telling you, they're amazing. They really are. I just love these azaleas. Alrighty friends, coming up to my front porch here, I have another spirea. I just love this baby. I just love my spirea. So once again, I'm really strongly recommending to you guys to pick up spireas, amazing, azaleas, and rhododendron in your garden, and the Scarlet Quincy double plant. You will love those beautiful spring blooms you'll get from them. And once again, with these, you get the foliage, gives you the color. You do get dainty blooms, as I said, but the foliage, you would definitely love it. I have my eyes out for the candy corn. Definitely when I see it, I'm gonna get it. And over here I have another one. I'm telling you, I have a lot of these in the garden. I tuck it in between here. Look how beautiful it complements the plant, right? Absolutely gorgeous. All right, friends, I just wanted to share some beautiful spring blooming shrubs, or just beautiful shrubs in your garden, not just for spring colors, but for the entire planting season. As I said, this will give you colors like this throughout the year. And as you saw the beautiful rhododendron, look at the foliage on the one in the back. Isn't it gorgeous? It really is. So get to your garden centers and see what you can pick up. Anyway, friends, thank you for being here. Thank you for going shopping with me. And I'll see you in the next one now. Cheers.